That was just an awesome edit.
Yeah, it really reminds you of like what a great show it was.
I'm glad people are watching it again. It's
Yeah, yeah.
nice to see it. It's nice to see that it was spiking again recently on Disney Plus amidst Maul Shadow Lord, which has also just been absolutely fantastic. But aside from that, hello there, Star Wars fans. It is time once again for another special live. Today we are joined by Goose of Triad of the Force to announce another fantastic special guest from Star Wars coming to Rebel ScumCon Year 3, August 7th through the 9th, 2026 at the Frisco Conference Center. And I think it's pretty safe to say, yeah, this is going to be another Acolyte guest. So we've already got a couple of really awesome Acolyte guests in case you haven't seen already. Jonas is coming to Rebel ScumCon. We have Master Tanaka and Manny Jacinto, the Stranger, or Teeth Loren is also coming to Rebel ScumCon. Which one did you like more? Smilo Ren, Teeth Loren. What was your favorite?
I think I was on the Smilo Ren team. That's the side of the algorithm that I was navigating in Smilo Ren. I had the helmet here because it's one of the great Star Wars helmet designs. So I'm glad to see that Manny's going to be there because I think he definitely deserves. I mean, he did a great job at doing the dual thing with Chimere and the Stranger. So very happy to see him get his laurels from fans and be able to appreciate the role. Because I think I still want to see more of the Stranger and see where he ends up. Because I can't get it. I need more Smilo Ren in my life.
I do too. Dude, I do too. I want more of that character, and I'm glad that there is definitely potential to see characters like the Stranger and some of the other characters that we got introduced to in the Acolyte if we go forward, the ones that are still alive. And as we saw throughout the series of the Acolyte, there's plenty of potential for flashbacks and stories from earlier in that point of the High Republic, especially since the Acolyte basically takes place towards the end of the High Republic. So yeah, really awesome. If you missed out on the Acolyte, it is still streaming on Disney Plus. Go check it out. It is set somewhere within 100 years before Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. But that aside, once again, we do have a special guest coming from the Acolyte. And what are some things you like about this character?
I think there's a couple of different things. I think it's a very compelling character. So I remember when I was watching the show for the first time, I always liked the duality that every character brings to the table, which is what Leslie was going with the whole show of like how there's dark and light within all of us and how all of that manifests itself. And this character that begins his journey or their journey or her journey, I don't want to spoil anything yet, but in a very specific way, wanting certain things for themselves or maybe not wanting a situation that they're in, and then suddenly there's that reversal that happens to like all the characters as the show progresses. And when we meet up with this character again at a certain point in the timeline, they're in the kind of opposite journey, right, where they would have wanted to be originally in. So I think that was a really cool thing about this character, and has a pretty good fight that we've always wanted to see, which is maybe a guest that has already been announced, like you were saying, but I don't want to. I want to keep it cryptic a little bit.
Hey, you guys didn't start yet, did you?
Yeah, no, you're good.
I didn't miss the announcement, did I?
No, we haven't
not yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I was just checking. I was busy. I wasn't able to get all the way back home.
Oh,
I had to go and pick up Diana Liana Santo, who's going to be here at Order 66 tomorrow
Amazing.
for the Friday Night Live sale on Facebook Live,
mhm.
on the Order 66 page on Facebook. But she will be here in store for the opening of the store Saturday, May 2nd.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Saturday,
sorry.
May 2nd at Order 66 Toys.
Sorry,
And our
shameless
new-
plug for not me. It's not shameless. It's not me.
I appreciate it. In Plano, Texas, off of 15th Street and Independence. We're directly across from Edmund's Burgers. So
Yeah.
come
Or Zenith TCG is another landmark you can use for
directly
Apple
right
Maps.
next door
Yep.
to us.
Yep.
And yeah, come see us. Come meet Diana Lee Anasanto, Morgan Elsbeth in person from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Mhm.
on Saturday, May 2nd for the grand reopening of Order 66 Toys. And then Friday night, she'll be joining the Friday Night Live show at 6 p.m. Central Time. She'll be doing questions
Mhm.
for us while we're live. I'll be asking her some questions. You guys will be able to ask her questions. And you can even claim autographs in case you're from out of town or just can't make the event.
I brought some
Ahead of
pops too. So there'll
Oh,
be some
yeah.
pops available as well as
Oh,
8x10. So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
And of course, if you're coming in person, bring your favorite Morgan Elsbeth piece, whether
Yeah.
that's a Funko Pop,
That Black
the
Series.
Black Series figure,
Yeah,
which
I
is
brought
my
mine.
favorite,
I brought mine.
or
The
the
Tales of the-
vintage collection figure.
The Tales of the Empire pop,
Mhm.
pretty cool tool too. That has the witch paint job on it on the face.
I wish we would get
Uh,
some more
The Ahsoka.
Morgan Elsbeth
Yeah.
figures. I would like to get the
Oh.
enhanced Morgan Elsbeth with the
Mhm.
Blade of Talzin from
Oh,
Ahsoka.
yes.
Mhm.
Nice
And I-
glowing. They
And I-
have that same like green stuff already for the
Yeah.
GI Joe stuff. So
yeah, and
yeah.
Power Rangers. They had it
Yeah.
in Power Rangers Lightning Collection.
I'm sorry, you
as
had
well.
another one. I cut you off. Sorry.
About what?
You had another one after the Mother Talzin Blade one.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm
and
on a
then
lot of
yeah, I would
caffeine,
I would also like them to do the figure of her Tales of the Jedi appearance.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
maybe do her Witch of Dathomir appearance where she does still have
Hmm.
her face tattoos. And some of the weapons they were using in that scene. And it's weird that of all the figures she has, none of them come with accessories. Her
No,
retro figure, her VC figure, and her
No.
Black Series figure.
no,
None of
no
them
Beskar
have
spear.
accessories. None.
No, yeah.
Those accessories exist
Yeah.
in those scales. They just don't exist with her for
And with-
whatever reason.
Even funnier to mention that is the fact that she's an absolute martial art legend
Mhm.
prior to being in Star Wars.
Mm.
That like to not have any type of martial art weapon or anything else that she used on screen it's kind of weird.
It is. And speaking of martial arts, there was some really cool martial art
Mhm.
choreography
Mhm.
in the
It's a
scenes
segue
with
back.
the character that we have to announce today, in fact,
Yep.
from the Acolyte.
Yeah.
And talking about the scene, the fight scene you were speaking of earlier,
Yes.
that is one of my favorite fight scenes in the Acolyte, specifically because of the bit of lore it gave us with
Mhm.
came from Knights of the Old Republic,
Mhm.
the video game. More on that after we announce this
Yeah.
character. And since we've danced around it a few times, would you like to go ahead and do the honors and tell everybody who's coming to Rebel ScumCon Year 3?
I would love to. I mean, it's an honor to announce this character, especially like seeing, and I mean, this actor, seeing like all the great performers that you guys have lined up for this year's Rebels Comic-Con. It's an honor to announce that from the Acolyte, you will have Dean Charles Chapman be joining. Oh yeah.
There it is.
I didn't even know this guy was an option for us, like in general, because I didn't really think he did shows.
This will be his first time ever coming to the US to do a show.
Okay.
his agent wasn't even sure if he's done a UK show before, because he was in like 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. He was
Mhm.
King
Right.
Tommen.
Yep.
He
Yep.
he replaced his evil brother
Joffrey, yeah,
Joffrey
yeah,
on the Iron Throne,
Yeah, he did.
and he had I can't even come up with adjectives to describe his wife, Miss Martell.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
wait, what's her real name?
Marjorie.
can't even-
Is it Marjorie? Something like that.
Yeah, I am just completely at a loss. I've watched her in The Tudors. I watched
Yeah,
her
we
in
do, Sean.
yeah. Sorry, I got sidetracked there
No.
thinking about King Tommen. But yeah, I mean, Jedi Master Torben, and the cool like you mentioned earlier about duality, like the fact that we get young, inexperienced Torben, like
Mhm.
when they're earlier, like kind of
in the flashbacks on
in the
Brandar.
flashbacks on Brandar, yeah, and then
Yep.
then you have the levitating, scarred up master.
And
Mhm,
who has like this impenetrable force
mhm.
field.
Yeah,
Um,
force field.
yeah, that was, and it wasn't just that. It was seeing him stay in that meditation
Yeah.
for a
Mhm.
prolonged period of time. He's just been in it. Nobody can bother him.
Natalie Dormer, thank you everyone for the for the help there. Natalie Dormer, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
and it wasn't until May passed all of those persuasion checks that she was able to defeat him. So yeah, Torben is coming to Rebel ScumCon, and then circling back to the fight scene. So the main piece of lore that I was mostly referencing is the Wookiee Mad Claw lore,
Mhm.
which it also explained why Kalnaka was living in exile in the middle of the woods away from everybody.
Mhm.
Because in Wookiee culture, a Mad Claw is a Wookiee who uses their claws to fight their opponent. Now, of course, he was bewitched. He wasn't in control of himself. That was the witches of Brendok
Mhm.
physically puppeteering Kalnaka, or using the Force to puppeteer Kalnaka and use his claws. But regardless, he used his claws nonetheless, and those are what gave Master Torben his scar in that really epic fight. I mean, Torben was able to at least hold off Kalnaka enough
Oh, yeah.
not to die.
right. And that was episode 7.
Yeah.
We thought we were gonna go that entire show.
Yep.
Without having a lightsaber fight.
Yep.
With Kalnaka, because
Yeah.
he gets killed off screen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any real action in the beginning lead up to that, and then we get that flashback. We're like, what? I mean, he is just mauling this dude's face while fighting off Jedi Master Soul. I'm like,
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. It was so epic. It was so awesome. Acolyte definitely had some really awesome saber fights and moments
Oh, yeah.
in that series. What was one of your favorite parts?
I mean, to me, when Acolyte was announced, for me, it was one of the shows that I was most excited for, because as much as, we love Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi and The Mandalorian, Acolyte for me was like that project that was like the most exciting, because it was giving us something within Star Wars that we hadn't, yet explored. And, I'm a big fan of the High Republic books and that publishing effort. So everything that was happening there is kind of exciting then to see how the Acolyte was bridging, publishing and then into the Phantom Menace. So the way Leslie was able to bridge that and give us something that was so prequel coded, because I think it's the most George Lucas project that Lucasfilm has done since George Lucas left the company, and to see like all those fights, and like you were saying with Torben versus Kalnaka, like all those Anakin Skywalker type twirling with the yellow lightsaber against the witches of Brendok, I think was just incredible, and it's, I mean, everyone always thinks about the fight between it's Milo Ren, the stranger, and all the Jedi in the forest. That's like the highlight of the show, which it definitely like is an amazing fight. But that fight with Torben and Master Soul with Kalnaka, I mean, also up here, and we get to see 2 versions of it, right? It's the version that Saul wishes were true, and Torben wishes was true, and then the truth, which is not flattering, right? And I think that's kind of like the cool thing is like seeing how the Jedi are they have to live up to an ideal, right? And sometimes when they don't live up to it, they also struggle with them not living up to themselves and lie to themselves. So kind of seeing those things play out on screen in both, a literal sense with what's happening with Soul and May and Osha and everything, but also see it visually through the fights and choreography and storytelling is just incredible. I love that show.
It's also interesting once again to see the symmetry or rhyming of Star Wars, where we often see, since the original trilogy, great Jedi or powerful Jedi who have experienced some kind of great failure then go off into their own kind of exile. Obi-Wan went into exile on Tatooine, Yoda on Dagobah, and in Acolyte we have Kelnaka in his exile after he was a Mad Claw, and then Torben is in his own kind of exile. He's still within the Jedi Order. He's still at a Jedi temple, but he's in this room by himself, not interacting with anybody purposefully, and just completely shut in this meditative exile or self-exile like state, which was so interesting to see because we've never really seen a Jedi do that before.
Yeah, which is another thing from publishing, right? That they brought back because he's doing the Barrage Vow, which is something that came from I think it's from the comic books. It's definitely in the High Republic stuff, so it's not like to see that in live action. It's just like incredible, also.
Right. In fact, and it's cool that they referenced the Barrage Vow again. It was just unique in the way they portrayed it this time because the last example of a Jedi in the Barrage Vow that I can recall was the one that Vader killed for his first saber in the Vader comic that takes place shortly after Revenge of the Sith. And his exile was very different from Torben's, even though they were both taking the Barrage Vow, which I thought was very cool and interesting to present it in that different way.
Yeah. It's just something that I want to see more of. I think that the weakness of the show, at least to me, was that it didn't have enough time to kind of get its wings, because Andor benefited from having 12 episodes. It had a lot of time to really get into it and get that story really tight. And I feel like those 8 episodes just wasn't enough. And, unfortunately, we haven't, well, maybe now with the resurgence on Disney Plus that the show is having, maybe Filoni will change his mind. But, I would love to see a lot more of those ideas explored even further. I mean, because after that cliffhanger ending with Plagueis and Yoda, I'm just like, I want to see more good Jedi lore, because we're missing some of that in live action now.
Even in animation, I feel like some of these stories could even continue through series like Tales of the Jedi. I would love at some point to get a Tales of the Sith. We've had Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Underworld. Tales of the Sith would be.
May the 4th is next week. You never know what surprises
Lucas can go so many different places with it. I mean, they can go anywhere. We can get a canon Revan. We can. There's so many places they can go. They can go anywhere. In the past with it, if you're going to do a Tales of the Sith.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe next week. Once the finale with Maul happens, there'll be like a May 4th announcement. Like, boom, here you go, Tales of the Sith. Here, take these 4 episodes shorts or whatever it is. Maybe, I don't know. It's pure speculation on my part.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll see Master Torben in a future Star Wars project again. Maybe we'll get some more look at the High Republic era on screen. Maybe it'll be some spiritual extension of the Acolyte. Regardless of which, come meet Dean Charles Chapman at Rebel ScumCon Year 3, August 7th through the 9th, 2026 at the Frisco Conference Center, alongside several other special guests.
And Bobby's Torben cosplay. There's not enough days for Rebel ScumCon for all the cosplays we're supposed to do.
Right, I already got like a handful.
Sorry, I cut you
I won't lie.
I had to highlight that comment.
I already have a handful planned.
Oh man, I may have to actually cosplay this time.
You should. You should totally cosplay this, and you should cosplay too. And if you're watching, I'm also talking about you. So
yes, he's pointing to everyone.
You also, yes, you should be cosplayed up at Rebel ScumCon alongside all of the rest of us. I know Dante's working on one. Vinny may start one for year 1 or 2 next year.
He's gonna purchase another one and then just maybe not work on it again.
I hope he works on it and wears it.
There's a whole lot of what's Stormtrooper metal? That's not Durasteel.
Plastoid.
Plastoid. Yeah. There's a
material.
cardboard box of Plastoid in my living room of a Stormtrooper that Vinny is not.
Yep. Yep. And feel free to bug Vinny and ask him for updates on it. Ask him, hey, have you done this yet?
Yep.
And
all the time.
Maybe just maybe.
And he's Draxon on Discord. If you're on Discord, you can bother him there too.
We'll help him get it finished.
Yeah.
If I've been having him help me on my cosplays too, in the hopes that
he loves working on them, just not his own.
Get him to do some too, and
hey,
let's work on mine also. Let's do it.
Maybe he'll get his Baze Malbus ready for the 15th or the 20th anniversary of Rogue One.
Exactly. I don't know how this turned into ripping on Vinny, but get your cosplays ready. Bring your cosplay to Rebel Scum Con Year 3. We're going to have a cosplay contest for adults, a cosplay contest for younglings / foundlings, and there's just going to be lots of great cosplays in general. I mean, there hasn't been any bad ones yet. There's been nothing but banger cosplays so far. So I look forward to seeing all of your fantastic cosplays. I'll be in cosplay. Maybe this guy will be in cosplay. Maybe this guy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We've got a busy weekend coming up. I mean, not we as in me and Bobby, but we as in Star Wars lovers.
Yes,
we're on the precipice of May 4th weekend. There's a bunch going on. I mean, we already talked about Diana Lee going to be in store and on the Friday Night Live sale for Order 66.
That's right.
May 4th is all the peasants like me and Bobby that weren't fancy enough to get invited to Lucasfilm get to see the first 20 minutes of Mando if we're quick enough, Mando and Grogu if we're quick enough to snag some tickets.
That's right.
We have that going on. We're a couple days away from Celebration
we are
pre-sales. They rolled out their first
May
5
6th.
sets.
Yep.
There's been some cool posters.
Did you see the first
some
5
really
guest
awesome
announcements?
I did.
Yeah.
Some really awesome art.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they
The
show off
Kiara
some
looks
swag?
good. Some
too?
swag.
Yep,
Swag is going to be available for pre-order on Wednesday.
Speaking of great, exciting Star Wars news, we also had the changeover from sequel trilogy to original trilogy at Galaxy's Edge Disneyland.
Oh yes, that just happened last night. Yesterday at a Star Wars night. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Star Wars night was apparently a really awesome.
Actually, it's 2 nights ago now. 2 nights ago now. Yep. Sam Witwer showed up.
Paul was there.
Yeah.
Han's there now. Luke is there. I gotta say, Luke was weird.
Yeah.
If you've seen
weirder than Han.
I mean the clip I saw where he's like, take your saber and raise them high. The way he delivers that was
it's a little too stoic. I think
it was very not Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
Very. I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, but Luke, there's something off about Luke.
That's the problem when you do these things.
Pretty great from what I've seen.
I mean, Darth Vader's always been at Disneyland, so and Disney World and the Stormtroopers. So to move them over to to have his first time coming out of the echelon, it was. It was kind of cool. I'm cool. I'm stoked. I mean,
I'm excited.
I'm ready for Mando Grogu merch. I'm ready for these popcorn buckets that are already rolling out. Cinemark just put all their merch up. There's a link for it. We got that new Imperial Warlord that was just revealed at CDMX Con. Just went up for pre-order today. He's right there. He just went up for pre-order today. He's a Target exclusive.
Ooh. Don't forget about the May 4th Black Series figures.
Yep. The Walmart ones are already out. I haven't seen any of the other two.
Target is getting the Battle Droid, and the
Amazon is
Scout Trooper is a fan channel.
Okay. Yeah.
That one is online only. So
Gideon Adlon just got revealed as a vintage collection figure just in time for us to invite her to the show.
That's right.
I don't know if we'll get the figure in time, but
I hope so.
Yeah,
well, the Black Series.
Well, they said fall on the VC, and it's July.
It's
July on the Black Series, so we should definitely have the Black Series. And if it's out, we'll make sure that we at least have a couple for people that didn't find them yet to get signed if they want it. And I don't know. The state of Texas or even the city the state of Texas has approved, the health department has approved tattoo again. So tattoo will be
That's right.
at the convention again.
Yep.
So we'll start rolling out those our tattoo artists that'll be with us again this year.
Awesome. But once again, it's Mark Draven and Inked Fusion.
Inked Fusion, yes. And we've got 2 authors that I'm finalizing contracts with that are going to be at the show this year.
We've had a lot of requests for authors, and
yes,
believe
we've
me,
been working on them.
We want authors.
This isn't first time
since year one.
Yeah,
we've never not wanted Star Wars authors.
Tim Zahn just keeps sending me away. He's like, not this time. Yeah. Every time he sees me, now he's just like.
So if you want, help us out.
Yeah.
When you see Tim Zahn at other shows, say, hey, the guys that
he's not one of the 2 this year.
The guys at RSC would really love to have you out. Yeah. We'd love to see you at that show too.
We'll get them eventually. But we have 2 other amazing authors that will be here this year.
Maybe that'll be the year we're finally able to get Shannon McRandall out too. We've tried 2 years in a row. I can't say we're working on it for year 3, but
we'll make it work. We'll make it work when it's the right time. What else? What else do we got to talk about? Oh, Dean Charles Chapman's autograph pre-orders will not be on because I'm not home. Right. I am in Plano.
They're not up yet.
I am.
They'll probably be up later tonight.
Yeah. As soon as I get home, I'll get them up there. But
definitely.
Photo ops are up. He's up on the website. He's just not up for a pre-order yet because I haven't been home to press the buttons. I'm here.
Photo ops is a great point. Real quick, for those of you who are still watching, in case there's any confusion out there, because some fans just might be new to it and might not know, photo ops are different from booth selfies. So if you're buying your autograph tickets and there's an option for selfie combo, the selfie combo is there at the table when you're getting your autograph
on your device.
Yeah. Photo ops is a entirely separate thing. It doesn't come with an autograph. It is a professional photo shoot with you and that special guest or guests, depending on if you have a special combo or duo. And
it comes with your photo comes with a printed 8x10.
Corbin.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it also comes with a free digital download of your photo with the person too. So free digital download and the and the printout 8x10 of your photo in the photo ops.
Is it going to be like this epic photo where Dean is like
Jonas
trying to come on top of Jonas and get revenge for his eye?
No, Jonas is probably one of the nicest people on the planet, so he only gets to play big mean guys with claws. I doubt he's going to do anything menacing at all, but stand there with his like husky blue eyes and just be an enormous softie. That's what I imagine. But sorry to ruin your dream there. But yeah, we'll roll out a Jedis of Acolyte duo with Jonas and Dean, and then we'll throw one up with all 3 of them.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, with Manny, Jonas, and Dean.
Well,
because why not?
Come meet Manny, come meet Jonas, and come meet Dean at Rebel ScumCon Year 3, alongside several other special Star Wars guests from all over the Star Wars saga. And a little spoiler from earlier, we have some author guest announcements coming soon. So get ready for those. For those of you who have been asking us for authors, even if we didn't get the one that you wanted in particular for this year, though, don't worry. We're still working on others for future Rebel ScumCons.
I've already started booking next year. You know that, right?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I've already started working on that.
I already know some of the guests that are coming here.
I do too.
I can't tell you guys yet.
There may even be,
but eventually,
1 or 2 or 3 guest announcements on May 4th.
Oh,
there may be.
Oh, well, keep those notifications on. Make sure you're following Rebel ScumCon anywhere you can find us on social media. Goose, where can they find you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This has been incredible. You guys are doing such a good job. It's so exciting to see the convention grow. But you can find me over Blue Sky Threads and Instagram at Triad of the Force. You'll be able to find us, and then on YouTube and all your pod chasers, you just search for Triad of the Force, and you can find us there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Everybody
thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here for another special guest announcement, and we'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time, and may the Force be with all of you, you Rebel scum.